What's going on, JayeScribers? You are watching JayeSpotTV right here on YouTube. Make sure that you like this video, JayeScribe to this channel, and make sure that you leave your comments down below because, as always, I love to read what you guys have to say. And as always, you can follow me at Daniel J on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. What's happening, JayeScribers? I am Daniel J, and I'm here doing another Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review. But before I get into that, I want to hip you guys to Feature Points. If you don't know what Feature Points is, it's an app that you put on your phone, you download games, you play the games, and then you acquire points. You then take these points, and then you trade them in for like Amazon credit, PayPal credit. You can get money, you can get iPads. I'm sure they're gonna have the new iPhone. It's really, really fun. If you go to my referral link down below, use my referral code, I will give you some starter points to get you popping. And then you just invite your friends, download the apps, play the games, and acquire points that way. Shout outs to Miss P for hipping me to Feature Points because I'm absolutely loving it. I wanna talk about a few shows that I'm very excited about that's coming out. Scandal, The Flash, Marvels is coming back, The Originals is coming back. I'm not too excited about The Vampire Diaries because, I mean, let's just be real, what the hell? What else can they do? I did get a chance to see Gotham, which I wasn't too impressed by. I kind of felt like because they tried to make it more current day with a historic storyline of Batman, it just wasn't working for me. I mean, this is supposed to be Bruce Wayne before he became Batman, yet everybody's walking around with cell phones in a Prius. I didn't understand it. It's definitely a show that I can kind of see me watching when I'm bored, when I have nothing better to do, but I'm definitely not going to be reviewing that show unless something just amazing happens and mid-season I just decide to go ahead and review an episode. But other than that, let's get right into Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Baby, so much is going on with this episode. We pick up right where we left off with last episode. Tiara Marie, Princess Ray J, and Morgan, they're at the party. Tiara just threw the drink in Princess's face, and Morgan is trying to break it up, and she's just like, you know what, you need to calm down. You're not gonna go hit her. You know, this is your MO. Like, you need to calm down. Morgan called it. She told Ray J you shouldn't have invited her in the first damn place. And Ray J's over there sitting surprised. He's like, I invite you to my party, and then you just disrespect me. This is how you repay me. First of all, Ray J, coming to your party is not like coming to meet the queen, okay? First and foremost, Morgan told your behind at the beginning that she didn't want Tiara there because she knew Tiara was going to be toxic. She knew it was going to be something going on. And lo and behold, boom, this happens. Princess did provoke the situation, you know, and this is where I kind of feel like Ray J and most niggas need to choose your chicks wisely, okay? You keep getting these britches, and I call them britches because like britches, okay, like a good pair of jeans, all men want to do is get in them, wear them for a couple of days, throw them in the closet, and not even put them in the laundry so they can get washed and dried, okay? They feel like they got something to prove to all the old exes and to all the friends and to all the people in the circle. Princess should have just sat her behind still. I don't agree with Tiara's tactic, but I understand Tiara's tactic in going off because Princess should have stayed her behind over there at the bar and ordered her another drink. I will say that when it comes to Tiara, Morgan is right on point. Like, she's volatile, she's hostile, she's always ready to jump. She goes from 0 to 100 in 2.5 nanoseconds. And in regards to the conversation that Tiara was having with Morgan, Morgan kept telling her, don't touch me, like, don't put your hands on me because you're grabbing me or whatever. And Tiara, she was drunk on her 11th drink, and she was like, well, you touching me, so I'm touching you. And I'm like, see, this is why friends, don't let your friends get drunk, okay? If you don't know how to drink, baby, your friends need to have your limit. I don't know what the hell Hazel E was. Hazel E was like, I'm out, I'm deuces. I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm gone. It's classic niggadom, okay? Niggas love to see these britches fight over them. Cause when Princess walked over, he was like, babe, I got it, nigga. I'm gonna need you to keep your britches in line, okay? And did anybody catch Tiara when she was in her interview and she was like, you know, I wanted to take her face and slam it into the wall, but I didn't. I think I'm growing. Tiara, baby, you have not grown. The only thing that have grown are those breasts that you paid for or whoever else paid for. Baby, that's not growth. Throwing drinks in clubs, that's not growth, baby. That's ratchetness. Okay, that's pure classic ratchetness. And then she was like, if she gets into my radius, it's gonna be look-de-look, look-de-loo, whoop-de-woo. I was like, get your life, Tiara, pumpkin. Next, we have Monique and April. They're at Hustler Hollywood's over in the sexual pleasure store, looking at penises, just a table full of penises, big penises, small penises, penises that vibrate and tickle, penises that rotate. And April's just like, I'm pregnant, I'm ready to drop, I'm horny as all hell. If Monique, wanted to make some money, she needs to market to pregnant, horny women like me because she'd make bank. And I like April. I'm really feeling April. I haven't seen too much of her, and not too much of her and Amarion in this episode particularly, but in just episode 1 and episode 2, I like her personality. I think she's very real. She's not about the BS, and she kind of reminds me of my cousin Nicole. Shout outs to my cousin Nicole. But I really like her personality thus far. I hope she doesn't do anything stupid to make me not like her, but right now I like her. And this little conversation, this little exchange of words between the two really is about Monique finding out that her son, Cameron, has apparently told her about Fizz's girlfriend, Amanda. Problem number 1. Your baby is 4 years old. I doubt that your baby came up to you and said, Mommy, Daddy's got a girlfriend. This is her name and her social security number. This is her email and her address. I think that she cares for her baby. I think that she has some type of love for her child. But I just feel like that motherly nature, that thing that causes the mother to have some damn sense, is missing. Okay, don't make it sound like you taking care of your child and Fizz is coming over for visitations and picking him up for visits. No, baby, that's you going over there picking him up for some visits. That was a visitation because you don't have a place to live, sweetheart. So what you meant to say was, when I was visiting with my baby, okay, my baby mentioned Amanda. You wanted to know who Amanda was, and however you found out that this is Fizz's new girl. She wants to meet up with Amanda, that she has reached out to Amanda. She sent her an email. Now, they've never met, they've never talked, but all of a sudden you got an email. See, this is what I'm talking about, and this is what I posted on Instagram. You going around, you got so much time to go find the email to a girl that your ex is dating. You should be taking that time figuring out how the hell you gonna spend time with your baby. How the hell you gonna get you a solid place to live so that you can have your baby more often than not. I don't have any children. I'm gonna just put that out there right now, but I damn sure got an opinion about it. If you have joint custody, okay, understand this, boo, Monique, okay? Understand. If you have joint custody, that means that your custody over your child is shared. That means you have equal rights. Now, because you don't have a place to stay and that's stable, your boo daddy, your baby's daddy, little Fizz, okay, Drew over there, he got primary custody in regards to where the baby sleeps, where the baby lives, and so on and so forth. But if you walked up on his house, knocked on the door and said, hey Fizz, I'm here, I just wanted to spend some time with Cameron, is that okay? And you didn't act a damn fool, I'm sure Fizz would not have a problem with that. We haven't heard that he has a restraining order, okay? You up here talking about Fizz like he's monopolizing your child. You got joint custody, fool. He can't monopolize your child legally. And if he was, you can go straight up to the court and say, look, I'm trying to see my baby, but he's not letting me see my baby. And there's just so many options, and I feel like you up here getting your weaves done, your fit is always right, you got these glasses, and to be real, I'm gonna be very honest. Monique is a pretty girl, but she looks like a beautiful tranny. That's beside the point. She tells April that she wants to go ahead, meet with Amanda, and put Amanda in her place, and this is where I feel Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is like middle school ratchetness, okay? There's no reason why you need to be having a meeting with a woman you've never met to tell her where her place is. If anything, you need to be having a meeting not only with Amanda, but with Lil Fizz. If you feel like your position as a mother is being disrespected or is they're just talking bad about you in front of Cameron, by all means, have the meeting. But then we get to the next scene where Fizz is talking about he's known Amanda. They've been together for 2 years. And, Amanda's a cute, she's like a regular chick. She really likes Fizz, and she's doing her best to be, a motherly type with Cameron, because obviously if you're dating a nigga that got a baby, you're gonna be stepmama somewhere, okay? Especially if you've been together for 2 years. You're gonna be a stepmama somewhere. You're gonna be feeding the baby, burping the baby, changing the baby. You might be picking the baby up here and there. And that's kind of the relationship that they have. She then tells Fizz that Monique reached out to her and wants to see her. Fizz is like, hell no, I think it's a bad idea. She's crazy. And Amanda's like, well, we're both adults. You know, I think that we could talk about it. And Fizz is like, okay, you know, she's crazy. I'm glad you think she can hold it together. And apparently Fizz is really trying to push Amanda to move in. I don't know what it is about niggas that want these britches to move in and there's no ring on the finger. Shacking up is just, I don't understand it. If you want to live and play husband and wife, how come you just can't go ahead and be husband and wife? After 2 years, you got the cookie. You know what that's like. You got the ding-a-ling. You know what that's like. He got a baby. You already got a child. Baby, where the ring at? Anywho, up there talking about Amanda is family orientated. It's oriented, sweetie, pumpkin, okay? Oriented, not orientated. I don't know where you picked that word up, but that's what it is. It's family oriented. They're having this conversation. Fizz feels like, you know, this is a bad idea, but Amanda wants to go ahead and go through it. And this is where I feel kind of like Fizz dropped the ball. Number one, if you're my girl and I have a baby with a crazy baby mama, I could not allow you to go have a conversation, number one, with someone you've never met, number two, with someone who I have the history with and who I have the baby with. If anything, I'm going to intervene and say, no, you're not going to meet her by yourself. We can all have a meeting. We can all set up a meeting so that we can talk about how this is going to work. She lands up meeting with Monique, and Monique just, I mean, she goes off the bat. She just goes there with the girl. She's like, you know what, you worry about getting yacked and leave the mothering to me. I really was trying to be grown about it. I wanted to come here and mollywop you in the face, but I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. And Monique, this is where I feel like you're just real childish. You need to get your life. I mean, that's not how you handle an adult situation. And I did like what Amanda said. When she replied and was like, I can't believe that you're this comfortable with me playing the mother role. And Monique was like, well, I'm not comfortable with it. You know, that's why I'm here. And if you are spending time with my child, every time you're around my child, you need to be calling me. Pump your brakes, Monique. Okay, just pump those brakes, boo-boo. Because I'm about to give you a pillow and a blanket so that you can go take a nap. First of all, Amanda ain't got nothing to do with you and Fizz. Okay? And like I said on Instagram, if you put as much effort in trying to be with your baby as you did trying to make Fizz out to be this selfish, monopolizing parent that you can't stand, you'd be halfway all right. But ain't no way in hell Amanda needs to be calling you every time she's around your son. I got a novel idea. How about you be around your son? If you were around your son, she wouldn't have to be picking him up at daycare. She wouldn't be having to take him to the toddler's playground, which is what you got an issue with. The baby is 4 years old. She's been with Fizz for the last 2. Apparently, Fizz is making some adult decisions about who's in his child's life if they've been together for 2 years and she's around your baby. I haven't heard anything or seen anything that leads me to believe that Fizz got all kinds of girls running through his house and in and out of his child's life. I think he's making a very adult decision that if this is the girl that I foresee being in my life for a long time, then I think it's about time that I have her interact with my son, and it's okay that they start having a relationship. Because, truth be told, baby, you're not with Fizz. So, whether or not you like it or not, any girl, any long-term girlfriend that he has is going to have some type of relationship with your baby. And again, I think that the fault is the three of y'all should have got together to talk about that. I don't think that you should have pinpointed Amanda, and I don't think Amanda was smart enough to know that she shouldn't have gone. Okay, she should have heeded Fizz's little advice, but Fizz should have been more hands-on about that situation. And then, little Fizz, y'all get on my nerve. Y'all be trying to make these cute little faces and try to be all the cute little boy next door. Nigga, stop it, okay? Talking about, you just need, you can't resist our adorable faces. Don't be bringing all that bullness over here. So next we got Nicky. Nicky is, her family's well off. She doesn't have to want for anything. She's the manager for one of the strip clubs that her family owns. And she's dating a guy called Molly Mao. Nicky is a very voluptuous girl. She has a lot of bouteille. She has a lot of lips. Her little bitty titties are, you know, just nicely plumped and exposed. And she goes to meet with this guy named Sincere Show, who's a promoter out in Los Angeles, Hollywood area. And she's trying to get some of her stripper girls in some videos. And I don't really understand the whole want to be a video vixen thing, but that's what it is. Anywho, she's single, and apparently her and Molly Mal are having some issues. He done got her a ring. They've been looking for a house, but for the last couple of months or whatever, they've not been in communication. I don't know. See, this is what I don't understand. Maybe y'all can help me understand this. How the hell are you not together, but still in a relationship? From Nicky to Tiara, what the hell is going on? I don't care if you bought me a car, a ring, a house. If we are not currently together, and you don't show interest in wanting to be with me, I am outro. Deuces, mamooses. I can't be in the same vicinity. I can't even let you breathe in my air. So Nicky goes shopping for some retail therapy with Morgan, their friends, and she's talking to Morgan, and she brings up the fact that her used to be boo, kind of still is boo, Molly Mal, is messing with this other girl named Masika. I don't know where the hell these parents get these names from, but it's a job trying to keep up. Masika is a video vixen who is trying to be taken seriously as an actress and a singer. Good luck. And apparently Molly Mal is tapping that from hither to yon, sweetie. I mean, she shows up with a dress with a split all up her thigh. She is ready to pull the panties to the side and let Molly Mal get it. Now, Molly Mal is a thicker man. He got all kinds of tattoos, and he looked like a playboy. He looked like you can't believe a damn word that comes out of his mouth. And yet again, Masika is another pair of britches, something he can get into, throw off, put it in the closet for later. Nicky is talking to Morgan because Nicky's like, I've been hearing things about this girl Masika, and she obviously is posting pictures on Instagram, and she don't know this is my man, and can't nobody break up me and my man, and I'm gonna have to let her know because this is my man. And Morgan is sitting there going, oh my God, I find myself in the middle of this drama all the time. Nicky is my girl, Masika is my girl, and it's just a whole lot of confusion. Maybe I should just stay out of it. I understand where Morgan's coming from. It's not her business. She doesn't want to get involved. But I do agree with her when she says, why are these women fighting over these niggas? Like, why do y'all fight each other? I don't understand. Because at this point, now if you're just a dirty hoe and you know that somebody got somebody and you don't give a damn and you just want to go ahead and get it in, then you're just nasty. And you need prayer and you need Jesus, okay? But if you honestly, sincerely are being told that, you know, he's not in a relationship, he's not dating anybody, that he's into you, I don't understand why women attack the other woman. Get the story together. Get the facts. Obviously, Mal is telling both y'all some stuff that you just want to hear, so why do you fight each other? But Nicky is set on getting it straight, and that's all that we hear about that story. I guess we have to wait till later on in the series to figure out what actually happens with that. But it's going to be some mess, and we know it. Next up, we got Young Berg. He comes on the scene, and you know, he's a rapper, a producer, songwriter. He's a hit maker, and he's working on Rihanna's album and Lil Wayne's album, and he's working on the Cockroaches albums and the Brownies albums and the Doors album. He's working on your baby's mama's grandmother's cousin twice removed album. He's working on everybody's album. And apparently he has been dating or messing around with Hazel. They have known each other for, I think, Hazel said about 10 years, and Hazel is in love. She is penis-matized, and she is getting it in, has been getting it in, and she wants a little bit more. And here's where I give Berg all due respect. This nigga is honest. He told her straight up, look, I'm not looking, and she knows this. She's like, I'm not looking to settle down. I like to keep my options open. I got a girl on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I double it up. And I rest on Sunday like Jesus did on the Sabbath. Now, Berg, don't bring Jesus into your mess like that, okay? Because God does not approve of you yakking 40 women a week. And then talk about you resting on the Sabbath because you wearing all white. You need to be wearing a more caramel color, okay? Like the holy enforcers, they said. You need to be wearing like a butterscotch color, because white is not your color, baby. You have been touched. You are touching and yakking all kinds of women. And so don't bring Jesus into that, Okay, Jesus ain't about that life. Him and Hazel is talking and he's like, what's up, babe? Like, what you want? And she's like, I want to talk to you. This nigga does the most niggadist thing I have ever seen in niggerdom. Lays his head in her lap trying to be all cutesy pie and mushy lovey-dovey, and I can't stand when people do that. I done told him, get your ass up off my lap. No, I need to talk to you. So she tells him that she basically wants a relationship. She wants for him to hold her down. And he's like, look, you know what it's about. Like, this is who I am. I'm not looking to do that. And she's like, well, when I'm on top of you, when you in between my legs, we more than friends. And that's your fault, baby pumpkin. If you was spreading your cookies, you know, like a gourmet all-you-can-eat buffet, that's your fault. If you knew that he was a hoe when you met him, you can't expect for him not to be a hoe while you getting to know him and while you letting him yak you whenever he wants to. And I give Berg all kinds of respect because he's honest with it. Unlike these other niggas in the niggerdom that just want to lie about all types of stuff. We got Hazel. She meets up with Tiara, and they're going back and forth about, you know, their men. She tries to tell Tiara about the conversation that she had with Berg, and Tiara is letting people know that she, you know, maybe she has to move on from Ray J and she wants to do her own thing, and maybe she should get her tattoo removed, so she's gonna have a tattoo party. And Hazel's like, oh, that's bomb, I'm down, like whatever. She starts talking about Berg, and all of a sudden Tiara got her own relationship advice hotline. And I'm looking at Tiara like, I know goddamn well you don't have advice, relationship advice for Hazel when you got this Ray J saga going on for the last 9 years. And she's like, I will not allow you to think that this is anything other than what it is. He don't love you. This is not a relationship. How would you know? Yo nigga made a sex tape in the years that you said you was together. And I agree with Hazel. This is not your area of expertise, Tiara. You need to get your relationship together and your life together before you can tell anybody else about what is and isn't a relationship. After you've been with a nigga for 9 years and I ain't never heard of you in the tabloids, not once, not never. Then we got Yessie Ortiz that pops up on the scene. She's a radio host for Power 106. And she has Morgan in the studio along with Naya, which is Soulja Boy's girl. And Yessie has a portion of her show called The Real, where she talks about all the things going on in social media and entertainment news. And she pops the big news that Naya's boo is posting pictures of him and another girl. Now, Naya, we all know Naya has already had the conversation with Soulja Boy saying, I need you to stop with all the hoes and all the yakking. And Soulja Boy was like, I'm all about you and we like vagabondness and togetherness and stuff like that. So she knows nothing about these pictures that have been going on. As she's told Yessie, she was like, you know, I've stopped searching. We all know that everybody got a past. Okay, but if this is me and you and we trying to do some new things in the future, I don't need your past to actually be the present, okay, because that's not a gift for me. So she finds out about this picture. They go off air. Yessie apologizes because, I mean, Naya is just shocked. Okay, she don't know what post that deer in headlights. She don't know what the hell is going on. And Yessie's like, well, baby, I'm sorry. I thought you knew. But if you want to know, here it is. And she shows her the phone. And Naya's like, well, I need to have a conversation with Soulja Boy. So later in the episode, we see Naya and Soulja Boy having a conversation. And she's confronting him about whatever. And Soulja Boy is doing what they do in the niggerdom. They deny. She don't want to be touched. And he's like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. I got to go and do a show, a sound check. You stay out here in the alley. And this is not uncommon in the niggerdom, okay? Niggas of niggerdom do this all the time. And it makes britches feel like, you know, they don't really love you. And I'm gonna give you some inside advice. Especially Scorpios, because I noticed that Scorpios do this a lot. Niggas can love you all they want to. But 3 things will be the issue. Number 1, their definition of love is not your definition of love, and therefore you have the clash. Number 2, they feel as long as you don't know, it don't hurt you. So if I can deny it till the day I die, that's what I'll do, because at least my story is consistent. And number 3, they can be yakking another bitch. They can be doing all kinds. They can even be yakking your brother. Okay? And be thinking about you the entire time. But because you are like kind of like the ace, the main one that they know ain't nobody else gonna put up with the stuff that you put up with. They can love you so much that in their tainted mind, they will treat you like doo-doo. And to them, it's like, I'm not about to let you see that I'm hurt. I'm not about to let you see that I'm vulnerable. And this is why most niggas are single, okay? And this is not an excuse for ladies to stay in these relationships with the men of niggerdom, okay? This is something just so that you know, so when they start spewing that stuff, you know what it's about, okay? 9 times out of 10, they lying. And they will deny. Why? Because that's the nigga code. The nigga code is you deny it, you deny it, you deny it. You can walk up with a picture with his penis in this woman and he will say, that is not my penis. There has been no penis between us. Okay, so I felt sorry for Naya because he left her, poor thing, he left her in the alley. Was it trash day? Now we get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on with Tiara and Hazel. They're at the tattoo parlor. She's getting her tattoo redone. And Hazel is there. And in one segment, you got Tiara talking about, Hazel, that's my dog. She always down for me, do-do-do-do-do. And they start having a conversation, and Tiara does classic Tiara. And she's like, you know what? Don't do this for Berg. And you and Berg is not a real relationship. And don't get his name tattooed. And Hazel was like, oh, well, I would never get somebody's name tattooed on me. And Tiara felt like that was a diss, like Hazel was trying to come for her. And here's my thing, Tiara, baby, if you can't take it, don't dish it. You should have shut your damn mouth about her and Berg in the first place, and you wouldn't have had this problem. So all of a sudden, Tiara blows up at Hazel because she feels like Hazel is coming for her. And Hazel is like, are you serious? Like, you want to go there right now? And Hazel becomes a whole bunch of britches, and it pops off. And we gotta wait till next episode to figure out what happens. We see that Ray J walks in, dumps Tiara stuff on the floor. She goes at Ray J in the tattoo parlor. Then later on, her and Hazel have another argument, and she tells Hazel that she's too damn old, trying to be making it as a singer. She don't know nothing about music. She's 34. She should have stayed a publicist. And Hazel threw something in the window, and she's like, look, come on out the car. And Tiara starts to get out the car, and I just can't wait for the ratchetness to ensue next episode. But I will say this about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I feel like, all in all, this really is the middle school level of ratchetness. Okay, again, Atlanta is like the collegiate level, and this is like middle school, because it is just so much stupidity going on in this show, but it's entertaining. It makes for good television, and it gives me something to review. But I can't wait to see next episode. I definitely want to see what's gonna how this Hazel and Tiara thing is gonna hash out. And I kind of feel like Ray J is the Stevie J of this particular franchise. Tiara is damn sure vying for the Jocelyn spot. It's a toss-up between Nicky and Hazel as to who's the Mimi of the group. Cause I just whole things. Anywho, if you have anything to say about the episode, let me know down below. I want to know, what do you guys think about Tiara and Hazel's friendship? Do you guys think that Tiara is in the right or in the wrong? I definitely want to know what you feel about Monique and the whole Amanda conversation. What do you feel about that? Leave those comments down below so that I can reply and have a conversation or dialogue with you about it. And as always, make sure you visit onthejayspot.com. Sign up to become a JayScriber. It is free 99. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and make sure that you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I promise you I will follow back. If you hit me up on Instagram and you follow me on Instagram, but you only got 4 photos, I'm not following you. If you are not active on your social media, I'm not following you. Just heads up. You're more than welcome to follow me, but if you're not active, honey, no, that's not gonna happen. So until the next video, I love you all. Thank you all for watching. I am Daniel J. My JayScribers, I love you. Deuces, my mooses. Danyol, Daniel J. That's my name.